Okay. Okay, we are starting. Please let me know when you see my screen. Okay. Chat box. Visible? Okay. So in this lecture, we are going to see about the C sharp. It's a general overview and evaluation of C sharp as per our course structure. So I have shared one what can say WebEx recording file with you at the morning in the WebEx. Uh, Unfortunately, I am unable to play it right now. I don't know. Maybe the software has corrupted, or I don't know what had happened. But if you are able to play it, then please watch it if you want. And now I'm recording this session in the another one, and as usual, I'll upload. I try to upload it in a YouTube channel. Yeah. So okay, then let's start with this one. Okay. So let's take a little bit overview. C Sharp is actually a language Microsoft developed by Microsoft in 2000. Uh, as we have seen in a Visual Studio that there are so many languages supported by Visual Studio and Microsoft, and C Sharp is one of that. But I must say that C Sharp is one of the strongest language that developed by Microsoft. Kind of a backbone of Microsoft, on which the Microsoft development, or can say .NET development, is still supported. Then after, there are many J Sharp and VB.NET and all the things were there. But after development of C Sharp, or can say after it's launched, the .NET development has got a boom in the market. After, so it is a type safe object oriented language actually. So which actually enables the developer to build a secure and robust application. Secure application again, because the C sharp in built-in provides so many secured library that unfortunately we are not going to cover in this training. But there are I have shown you some class library at the in the morning session. So similarly, C Sharp has developed so many class libraries related to the security mechanism, and this is the one of the biggest reason that C Sharp is highly preferred to develop applications while we are thinking about the .NET framework, whether you go on Android or anything. This is actually C Sharp is actually an extension of a C++ and C, or can say it's a descendant of that. So it supports most of the OOPS concepts like encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. All the things have been easily supported by the C Sharp. Others, please mute their microphone. Okay, and the last one, it produces efficient programs and can be compiled on a variety of computer platforms. Even in my yesterday's video, or can say in our yesterday's lecture, I have shown you the Visual Studio Outlook. That it how many platforms it supported, like iOS, Android, Windows. So like this, there are many platforms which are supported by the .NET framework these days. Let me get over to the next. So there are some features are there in the C sharp. The first one, if I want to talk about the Boolean conditions, I'm not sure about the Java, but in C sharp, instead of, or can say apart from if else statement, there are many other things which you can use for Boolean conditions, like lambda expressions, LINQ, switch cases. So there are so many ways to to tackle this Boolean conditions, or to match the conditions. Then automatic garbage collection, that we have covered in our morning's lecture. that it is a automatic thing. Means even manually also we can do this, but the automatic one is also the greatest one. Standard library, again at the morning I have shown you framework class library, that is one of the standard library. Apart from that, you can create your own as well. Assembly versioning, this is the one even which we had covered in the morning as well, that portability one. I can say interoperability, the design principles, that what we have seen, that suppose you had created a program in a Microsoft in a framework 2.0, but now you want to run it in a 4.0. So this assembly versioning concept will make you happen. uh, then after properties and events, this we will see in this training. This is a part of your training, so that we will cover in depth. Delegates and events management, same, it is again a part of your training, and that also we will cover in this training. These are the programming concepts: properties and events, and delegates and events management. These are the programming concepts. Easy to use generics, again, generics is maybe in your tomorrow or day after tomorrow's topic, so we will again cover over there. Indexes and LINQ and lambda expression. Unfortunately, LINQ and lambda expressions are not part of this training, but LINQ is, I just give you a small brief here. LINQ and lambda is these are the actually the architecture, is a kind of a built-in architecture in C sharp these days, to minimize the reusable coding. I can say the redundant coding. You don't need to write a one line again and again and again, and through the link you can make it possible. I can say make it very easy. Three lines code can be covered in the one line only. So this is the power of LINQ and lambda expression. Ah, this is the one for which we are talking. We are taking this lecture right now. The C sharp evolution. It in 2000, or can say in mid 2000, C sharp 1.0 was released. It was a very first release of C sharp. So I cannot say that it didn't have any features or any benefits. But yeah, as it was a first one, so no one has listed all the things. But yeah, from 2.0, all the kinds of important features, they are improving in as per in year by year. So C sharp 2.0 is introduced with the Visual Studio 2005. Again, I would like to mention here that whenever a new version of a C sharp or a Visual Studio is launched, you can find out pre-built support in the Visual Studio release. Suppose right now Visual Studio 2019 is launched. So C sharp 8.0 is a built-in support in 2019. But while you are working on a Visual Studio 2012, you may have to download extra packages or some updates. You need to download some updates of Visual Studio to match compatibility with C sharp 8.0. So by this way, like in 2005, generics and partial types and iterators, so many new features has been introduced. Visual Studio 2008. This is the time where I started my career. I first introduced with the 2008 only. I had seen 2005 maybe, but I am not sure. But yeah, 8 was the fixed one, because the .NET Framework 3.5, it is called a revolutionary launch. I can say a revolutionary release, because from here only the query expression, lambda expression, and the LINQ and all the different kind of database management concepts are introduced with the 3.5. And this framework is even entirely changed after the 3.5. Then in 4.0, The dynamic binding name, the optional argument, even the MVC support become a greater from 4.0. Then a 4.5 is widely used framework, even still in the market, because most of the projects were developed in 4.5, and in the market it is very difficult that you may not find any project in 4.5 even in today's scenario. So even we are going to work with the C Sharp 5.0 in this training. So I guess we are also limited up to here only. But still, for your knowledge, we will cover the other evolution features as well, like in C Sharp 6.0, the static imports, property initializes, the name of operator, dictionary initialization. All these things are been introduced with the C Sharp 6.0. Then this is the last what I was talking about at the morning. .NET Core. Again, this is a revolution in the .NET. Uh, Before this, I have to admit that before this .NET Core, there was no competition for the Java, because till here, C Sharp, or can say Microsoft, was dependent on their own platform only. Like you can work with the Windows platform only. You cannot work with the Linux, you cannot work with the iOS, cannot work with the Android, nothing. But now from C Sharp 7.0, you can see here cross platform. Okay, someone is this cross platform that you can see. This is a game changer for a .NET framework. Now .NET applications can deploy on any kind of platform. Second, that earlier Microsoft has another tool for game development was a Unity 3D. It is still there, but now the Visual Studio 2017, even the 19 has a built-in tools available for the Unity. Then cloud storage support, artificial intelligence support, mobile and Windows app development. So there are a big changes have been made from the 7.0, or can say Visual Studio 2017. And since then, somewhere Microsoft has started leading the market, started capturing the market. But before this, the Java was the king. Now, at least uh, from after that, Microsoft developers are become, can say, a little bit happy that okay, they are getting more opportunities than the Java people. Okay. So, any questions up to here? Please write down the question, because I don't know what will be the situation of the microphone and the speaker. No question? Okay. Then let's move forward. Now there are some rules to work with the C sharp. Even at morning as well, we have discussed all the things, that C sharp is a case sensitive language. All the statements and expression must end with a semicolon. Okay, this is limited to the Windows application and the console application only. The program execution start at the main method. Now let me show you what is this. This is the main method. Whichever a class file has this main method, only that file is executable. But these things can be applicable with the console application or a Windows application only, not with the web projects. Okay, the last. Unlike Java, program file name could be different from the class name. Okay. in this case my class name as well as program.cs, and my class also has a program name. I can change it to program 1. There won't be any issue if I change it to. So that won't be so this is the thing. I guess this is the your favorite topic. This might be your favorite topic. Okay. So both languages are descendant from the C and C++. Undoubtedly, C and C++ are the mother of any languages, no matter whichever language you learn or whichever language you are working on. They both have advanced features such as garbage collection. I don't know this concept in Java. Maybe you guys may aware about it, but yeah, in C sharp I'm definitely aware about this concept, and I know how to use it as well. And they both are initially compiled to an intermediate language. Intermediate language is nothing else than a language which a machine can understand, or which a website can understand, or server can understand. Yeah. Now what is the differences? Both are okay. In C sharp there are primitive data types, but not in Java. I guess in Java only where keyword is there to declare any variable. Still I'm not sure, but this is what my assumptions are there. Maybe I am wrong. So please forgive me if I am wrong, or please correct me if I am wrong. Both are allowed. You can correct me if I am wrong. So as per my knowledge, only where keyword is there in Java, but while in C sharp you can go with the string, integer, boolean. So many data types will be there, and that we will cover in tomorrow's lecture. And in C sharp we can overload various operators, but not in Java. In C sharp you can work with the operator. Here the operators are the signs, like the plus signs, the minus signs. These are we called an operators. Any character, any special character, or any character like such, we are having a multiple uses of this, and we can overload these signs as well, or can operators as well. We can take a multiple use of these operators. So this is also one of the benefit in C sharp. Okay, these are the references from where I have created this PPT. Unfortunately, there are not much in the theory part of the C sharp, so but we will see lot of practicals from the tomorrow in the C sharp. This is just a very basic overview that what I have taken in the C sharp. So yeah, this is the question answer time now. Please ask whatever the questions you may have. What happened? No question again. Let me just share the link for the PPT first, so that you guys can ask a question. No, you cannot write the class in the main method. Main method is the part of any class. Okay, cross platform. Cross platform. Okay, first I would like to answer the Sai first, or can say I would like to show you again. Let me share my screen again. Please let me know when you can see it. Visible? Okay. So as per the question, that is the class. Okay, can we write a class in the main method? The question would be little wrong. You can write a main method in the class file, or can say inside the class, but this can be any file. Like I can create a new class for you. Like let me create, add a new class. Okay, let me give the name to abc.cs. Okay, and I can write like this way. I'm just copying this. And you can write it, but there is a catch. In one project there will be only one main method only. Classes can be multiple, but the main method can be only one, whether you want to write it in a abc class or whether you want to write in a program.c. Anywhere is fine, but only one main method is allowed. Now let me come to the about cross platform thing. Cross platform is that, suppose this is my project, this one, Ishan console is the project. This is a very much compatible with the Windows application, like this Windows 10 or Windows 7 or Windows XP or anything. But if I take this project, or if I take this application, this console application to the Linux OS, then also it will perform without downloading any extra packages or very minimal packages. Earlier this was not possible. Earlier the Microsoft application didn't have this support or didn't have this feature available, but now it is possible with the minimal efforts. So this is the actual concept of cross platform, or in other words, even I can say that you all guys are using the mobiles. Some of you might you may have a iOS. I am having a Android. I am having Android phone. Even earlier I had a Windows phone as well. But in all these mobile applications, Facebook application, or can say Facebook app, is working as same as you experience in the web, in the Android, in the iOS, or anywhere. So this is a cross platform support. You can consider it. There is just only one code for all the things, and it is connecting to the different platforms. No, you cannot write multiple static void main, only one in the project. Really? Because I have not deleted anything. Huh? Right, okay. It is there. Difference is also there. The slide number 9. And this references I have added because if you want to do a deep reading about the C sharp, then these are the one. And I guess this Guru 99, the last one, would be the perfect for you to understand the .NET history, or can say C sharp history. How many classes can come under one namespace? N number of classes. There is no limit. You can create as many classes as you want. In fact, there is one more way to create a class, like this way. This is also allowed. Unfortunately, Rahul, I'm not aware about the static blocks in Java. What is this? What is that? But if this is similar to the static class or something static functions, then yes, static blocks would be there. It is not necessary that namespace has to be same as the project name, but it is recommended, because if you are going for a assembly versioning, at that time it may create a problem, but it is not necessary. Namespace can be anything, but it is recommended to, to keep it one only. But in the other case, if whenever we are working on a large project, uh, there will be multiple namespaces, and namespaces we usually don't consider much as well, because there might be there is a it may create a problem if if you have if you have not managed the namespace properly, but that kind of problem can be solved within a 5 minutes. It's not a big problem if we mess with the namespace. But yeah, at the time of versioning, it may create a mess. Okay, thank you, Lakshmi Prasanna, for letting me this know. What is the difference? Difference I cannot say, because I have not read the Java, so I don't know. As I told you, I am aware about the where keyword only, and that is only because I have worked in a JavaScript and jQuery a lot. So on the basis of that, I have said that where keyword is there, and I don't think there is a different instead of declaration syntax. Any language you take in the world, there are only syntax differences mainly, nothing else. The feature difference is that what I found out is the two only. These are the only differences which I have found out. Okay, there are so many data types available in the C sharp. Plenty of data types are there in the C sharp, while the Java has limitations. And that is, I'm sure, that Java has very few data types, while C sharp is very specific for the data types. And they have introduced this concept only to make a compilation fast, or can say execution faster. Because if you understand that where keyword, let me just give you an live example. Whenever you use a where keyword and you store any okay, this is okay, let me show you this here. Above is the string keyword, above is the string variable. The ff is the where variable. Now when I'm going to print out this, or when I'm going to use this, the compiler has to compile it in a separately, and it has to taken care, okay, it has to recognize, okay, what kind of value is assigned behind this. So it has to scan all his what can say library, and then it will figure out, okay, this is a string value, and treat it as a string. While here it is very straightforward. It doesn't have to look in the library and has to check that, okay, this is a string one or not. It will directly give you the result. It will not take much time in compilation as well. Okay. Now you see, okay, because there are two main methods, that's why I'm getting this error. See, I told you that only one main method can be allowed in the project. Okay, now I can build this again, and I wish to run it. I hope it will work. Again, it's not working. Yeah, this is a problem. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know what to do. this will run this time. But I hope you have noticed that it will take time to run it this time due to this where keyword, because it will take time in compilation and all, because it has to locate the entire library, and then it has to provide you the output. Unfortunately, even right now as well, it is not providing you any output. I don't know what is the problem here. Okay, can I try in this code? Now it is taking time here as well. Okay, it has printed everything here, but you may have seen that how much extra time it has taken for compiling and delivering you the results. So this is the problem, that if you work with the dynamic data types, when you work with the dynamic data types, not the primitive one. Any other question? What is this 332? What is this? So if there is no question, then we can wind up this session for today. Identifiers like what kind of identifiers you are talking about? Yes, you can work with the public and private. Okay, in C sharp we call it access modifiers actually. Yes, you can use. See, like this way only. There might be some, difference in the names, difference in the sequence, syntaxes, and all. Because when you write the identifier, I was actually confused that what is identifiers, because I heard this name so many times, but I was not sure. Because we mainly call it access modifiers when we work with the .NET or C Sharp. So these are the things. Okay. Any more question? then we would wrap this session for now. If still any question you may found, then you can WhatsApp me. It's not a problem to me. You can write down any question anytime, and I will answer it accordingly. So no worries. Okay. So, and from tomorrow we will start to do as many practicals as possible. I believe that the most of the theories is finished over here. From the tomorrow onwards, I recommend you to be with me, and whether open Visual Studio Code or a Visual Studio at the same time, and perform with me only. That will be my recommendation. Okay. Okay. Hello, friends. See you tomorrow at 10:30, same time. Have fun. Bye.